Welcome to HIT. Today's topic is Toooo Friendly. This subject we have a married couple and an ex-couple. Okay? Leroy and Tasha was in a relationship. They broke up. 3 months later, Leroy get a new girlfriend and marry her. Her name is Kim. So now Leroy is married to Kim. And Tasha, she's moved on. She's single. But Leroy, he keeps getting in contact with Tasha's parents. He even make phone calls to Tasha's parents, putting his new wife, Kim, on the phone. And Leroy sees nothing wrong with that. He tells Kim, listen, I've been friends with Tasha's parents for a long time since me and Tasha was in a relationship. You would never come in between me and Tasha's parents. So, Kim is fine, She talk on the phone to Leroy's ex-parents. Everything is good. Then, Leroy starts contacting Tasha's children, which are females. He'll send a text every now and then. Hey, how y'all doing? How's the family? The kids kind of looking sideways because they've never really been that close to Leroy. But they know Leroy used to date their mother, Tasha, so they reply back, we doing fine, And then Leroy started finding Tasha's daughter's social media. And now he's all down Tasha's daughter's social media when they're wearing their little provocative clothes and, he's liking all of those provocative pictures, but he's not liking any pictures of Tasha's daughter's children with their children or with their friends or anything. It's only the provocative pictures. So one of Tasha's daughters come and she tell Tasha, hey mom, your ex Leroy, he's kind of weird. He's been all down my social media. He's liking all of my provocative pictures and I don't feel comfortable with that. That's just kind of weird because he's way older than us, and I don't like the way that feels. Tasha get angry. She said, now, that's crazy because I don't think Leroy should be on y'all social media, period. I don't think Leroy should be contacting y'all, period. I don't think Leroy should be contacting my parents, period. Or anybody else in my family. He's married now. He has a new family. He should move on. So, do you think Tasha need to contact Leroy? Tell Leroy to stop, or do you think Tasha need to go to Kim as a woman? That Tasha says she's a woman, so I'll go to Kim as a woman, or I'm just gonna tell Leroy by himself. But Leroy and Tasha fell out on bad terms when they broke up, so they never ever talked to each other again since they had broken up. So, do you think Tasha need to contact Leroy? Or should Tasha contact Leroy's wife about the situation?
From the beginning, Tasha needs to make her daughters block Leroy. Period.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if he find a way around all of that to contact them again, then I think Tasha and her husband need to go pay Leroy a visit. Because if he's liking their provocative pictures
Wait.
and
Tasha
stuff,
don't have a husband.
Oh, she ain't no
Tasha
husband?
is still single.
Well, then Tasha need to get her American Express loaded up and go pay Leroy a visit, because Leroy got other things on his mind. By liking them children's pictures and not liking the other stuff, it's something else. I mean, come on now. And then they already fell out from the beginning. You said they ain't never talked to each other. That means he still got some hate for her. And the best way to hit her below the belt is to go to her children. So it seems like that's where he's headed. So either block him have her children block him from the beginning, and try to cut it off right there. And then if he gets some, like I said, if he find a way to contact them again, then I'm going to have to go pay him a visit.
Okay, what if Leroy, he never said anything out the way to the daughters, he just liked the provocative pictures?
That's weird. And you making my children feel some type of way. If they say it's weird, then it's weird.
Okay.
What are your motives?
So you feel like Tasha's daughters need to confront
No.
Leroy?
Now, if it was boys, I would say yes. But if it's girls, no.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha need to handle that.
So Tasha need to go to Leroy, or do Tasha need to go to Kim?
No, Kim ain't got nothing to do with it. Go straight to Leroy. Handle that. If she can't get it handled with him, then maybe she might need to pull his wife in. But the wife is innocent. She ain't got nothing to do with that.
Okay.
That's old. That's old business.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Leroy's still feeling some type of way, or trying to get some get back, or trying to hit below the belt, or whatever.
Okay, so what about Leroy contacting Tasha's parents? Do you think he should be doing that, being that he got a wife and a whole new family he's joined to? And do you think it's disrespectful for Leroy to put Kim on the phone with Tasha's parents? But Tasha don't know what's going on.
Well,
But they doing
that's
all
kind
of
of
this.
I don't know. That's I don't know, because first of all, you can't tell him who to be friends with when it comes to, he made friends with your family because y'all were together. Just because y'all broke up don't mean he can't still be friends with your family. Now, personally, I wouldn't want y'all to fool with it. I wouldn't want my mom and dad to fool with him. I wouldn't want my children to fool with him. I wouldn't want my sisters to talk to him. Like, go on, bruh. But I can't tell y'all what to do.
Okay.
So
what if Kim has been telling Leroy that she felt that was kind of weird for him to call Tasha's parents and put her on the phone with Tasha's parents?
that's the new wife?
Kim is the new wife.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think Kim should feel about this? Leroy is calling Tasha's parents and he on the phone talking, and then he say, "Hey babe, here, talk to Tasha's mom such and such, or Tasha's dad such and such." How do you think Kim should feel about this?
I tell
What
him
she
go
think?
straight to hell and take the parents with him.
Okay, do you think?
Because you ain't finna make me no. If you got your relationship with them, then you keep it over there. Don't be trying to get me on the phone talking to them. I don't want to talk to them.
Okay. Now this is panel A. Now panel B.
Hi.
She's anonymous, so we're just gonna call her panel B. So, how do you feel about the situation? Do you think that Tasha should be the one to contact Leroy about him liking her daughter's pictures, or do you think her daughter should contact Leroy?
I think Tasha should contact Leroy.
Okay. Even if the situation with Tasha and Leroy always been bad and they never talked, they hate each other guts. So
Yeah. Yep.
okay, so how do you feel about Kim in the situation? Leroy is keeping secrets. He never told her that he was liking Tasha's daughter's provocative pictures on social media.
I would probably only include her in the conversation if he continued, or the conversation between me, Tasha, and him went so bad,
Mm-hmm.
then I would, have to include Kim in the conversation.
Okay. So, far as the daughters,
Mm-hmm.
now they already told their mom, Tasha, they feel uncomfortable, feel weird, like, because Leroy is liking these pictures.
He's a perv.
So, would Tasha think he's a perv, or would Tasha say he's just doing that to get back at me?
So
As a woman with daughters, I would feel both ways.
Mm-hmm.
I would first think it's a get back, but then I'm like, okay, you're doing this to my daughters. That's kind of weird. So it would be both ways.
So, how would Tasha handle the situation with her parents if she found out Leroy and his wife is calling her parents?
I would leave that up to the parents.
Mm-hmm. So you
I would be more concerned about my daughters than my parents, unless he's having conversations about me
Mhm.
or my daughters. Then I would have a problem with them
But
interacting.
on the side note, I'd be telling my mom and dad, stop answering his phone calls.
Do you
If
think
he
the
gonna call
parents?
you, don't be answering his phone calls.
Do you think the parents should block Leroy?
Yes, definitely. But I can't tell them that.
Mhm.
because they got a relationship with him. But I can still make a. I don't like it.
Okay, panel B. Do you think the parents, Tasha parents, should block Leroy?
If the conversations are about my daughters or me, yes.
Okay. So, Kim, and all of this,
Mhm.
Kim finds out that her husband Leroy has been liking Tasha daughter's pictures, still calling her parents. How do you think Kim should handle this situation with Leroy liking Tasha daughter's pictures?
Who gonna tell her?
Let's say
Yeah.
Tasha instead of Tasha contacting Leroy, Tasha contacts Kim.
Mm-hmm.
And Tasha tell Kim that Leroy has been still calling her parents and he's been liking her daughter pictures and that her daughter think he's weird and it's making them feel uncomfortable.
What's the question?
How do you think Kim should handle this situation, being that Leroy haven't told her anything? Tasha just called Kim and told her.
Kim should be like, look, cut it out or else.
So you think
Cut all communication out. Don't be trying to reach them. Don't be calling them. Don't be doing this and don't be doing that. Because if you ain't telling me, it's something there. The reason you ain't telling me.
Okay.
So you either stop it all, or we're gonna have a problem.
Okay. All right, panel B. How do you feel about it? Do you think that Kim should confront Leroy about the situation? If Tasha called Kim and tell Kim that Leroy's doing all these things?
Yeah, she definitely needs to have a conversation with her husband.
You don't think all three of them should have a conversation together?
No, I think she should address her husband.
Okay.
Get his side of the story.
Okay.
And then maybe all three of them, if she has some doubts with her husband saying to her.
Okay. What if Leroy tells Kim, oh, Tasha crazy. She's always done this when we was in a relationship. You gonna believe her?
That means, do you know your husband? And
But remember,
because now I don't know,
Leroy and
it's the conversation.
Tasha had just broken up 3 months, and Leroy went on and married
Okay.
Kim 3 months later.
Which means he was already in
Which
a
means you
in a
don't really
relationship
know your
with her in the
husband.
first place.
So you feel like
She didn't get to know him.
Kim don't know Leroy.
No, she don't know.
Correct.
Okay. So what if Tasha decides that she's gonna call Kim on social media with her daughters on the phone and let her daughters tell Kim that, hey, your husband Leroy has been all down our social media?
That's messy. You
think
only
it's
do
messy?
that if you can't get the food to stop. Now, if he don't listen to you telling him to leave my damn daughters alone, then.
But she never contacted. Tasha never contacted Leroy. She
But
went
you
straight
asked me
to
what
Kim.
I would tell her to go. Well,
Tasha and her daughters went straight to Kim. They bypassed Leroy because of how bad the relationship fell off before they broke
I
up.
still think
So-
that's the messy way to do it.
So you think it's messy for Kim and
Yeah.
for Tasha and her daughters to contact him?
Yeah.
Panel B.
Yeah, because I wouldn't go straight to her.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll just cause some friction.
Mhm.
Kim would
It's
probably
gonna
be
be
on
messy.
right on the defense right then, like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So now, let's throw a curveball.
Mm.
Leroy is a narcissist. He's a liar. Been a liar. That's the reason why him and Tasha fell out and broke up. He's always been a cheat.
You got a pretty skin. You do.
Thank you. He's always been a cheat. Okay? And now he jumped in a relationship with Kim mighty quick after just breaking up with Tasha and
Right.
married Kim. So Kim, in the back of her head, always thought that something was strange about Leroy. But when Tasha contacts Kim and tell Kim that Leroy has been, liking her daughter's pictures and stuff, and Kim give Tasha her number and say, hey, call me, we need to talk.
Messy.
Do you think that Tasha should call Kim?
Yes.
Kim is the new wife. Now,
Yes.
B.
If she gave her the number and said, call me, yeah, call her. Shit.
This is after Tasha has told her what's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one initial conversation
And
should
she
be
called.
fine. Mhm.
Okay. So, Tasha calls Kim. And Kim bypassed the situation of the daughters. And Kim started asking Tasha about Leroy. What went on in the relationship with you?
Tell her.
Oh, let me say. And Kim said, hey, did Leroy ever act this way with you and do this way with you? And did you ever feel this way about Leroy and thought this way about Leroy? Leroy's a narcissist. And Tasha says, yes, he's done all of that. Do you think that Tasha and Kim should continue conversating with each other about Leroy, her husband, being that is her husband? Or should Tasha say, hey, I'm not going to get in this. That's your husband. You guys are married. I just wanted to confront you about my daughters.
Well, hey, since y'all in the conversation, let her rip, potato chip. Tell her everything.
Okay.
Since y'all already talking, why you want to bow out now? Tell her everything. Tell her how he's a butthole and a narcissist and all the shit he done to you. Hey, warn her.
Okay. Panel B.
Nope, I wouldn't engage.
You don't think that Tasha should talk to Kim any further about Leroy?
Not about Leroy, no.
Okay. So she should just end it after.
After talk about the kids, what he's doing and how he's making the kids feel uncomfortable, and
Okay.
that's it.
Well, all right. Now, got another twist. Leroy finds out that Tasha has contacted Kim. Leroy calls Tasha and go in on Tasha and tell Tasha never contact his wife again. Should Tasha never contact Leroy's wife again?
Don't contact her no more. Hey, you done did what you had to do.
Panel B.
And say what you had to say. You done with it.
Is he continuing
To
to make my daughters feel uncomfortable?
Okay,
That would decide what Tasha should do. If he's continuing to make her daughters feel uncomfortable.
Okay, what if Leroy tells his wife Kim, I never contacted her daughters. I never was on her daughter's social media. I told you that Tasha was crazy. Should Kim contact Tasha to get the truth? Or should Kim believe her husband and leave it alone?
Being that we black women, we gonna contact this lady and be like, look, tell me the truth. What happened? Show me some proof. Show me some screenshots. Show me everything you got.
Okay, so if that was to happen, and Tasha sent Kim all the screenshots, and then Kim said, Tasha, call me. Do you think Tasha should call Kim?
Probably not.
But Tasha sent Kim all the screenshots.
Yeah, I sent a screenshot. I say, do what you want to do with it and leave me alone now.
But
I done told you that your husband ain't shit. I done told you to tell your husband leave my daughters alone. I done told you that your husband doing all this fuck shit. And then you gonna contact me again because he telling you that I'm lying. So I send you screenshots going against everything that he telling you that I'm lying about. Don't call me no more, ho. I done told you everything you need to know. Shit, leave me alone.
okay,
That's just hey.
so panel B,
I agree with that.
you agree?
I agree.
Okay. So, as a married couple, they're married. Do you think Tasha from the beginning should have just said, I'm not going to get involved in this. He's moved on. He's married. Well, I'll just have my daughters to block him and we'll just be quiet and let them live happily ever after. You still think Tasha should contact one or the other?
Him.
Leroy.
Yes, because that's your child. Them your kids.
Okay.
Grown or not. You standing up for your children.
Okay, panel B.
I agree.
Okay.
I said she should always address him first
Mm-hmm.
and see where that conversation goes.
And then if all else fails and her and the daughters get together and go beat the shit out of him. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna have to go see about her.
All right. Well, that's it for Toooo Friendly. Thank you for watching Hit. Peace.
Cherry's taking over. Cherry's in control. It's a hit show.